Good morning, everyone. How are you all? I'm teacher Selma, and today we will start the fourth lesson, powers of 10 and exponents. So let's see this expression. If I have this expression 10 multiply 10, you know the answer of this 10 multiply 10, it will be 100. I told you that you have to multiply 1 multiply 1, the answer is 1, and put the zeros next to the number, so it will be 100. Now in math there is another way to find the answer for this multiplication by using exponent. So how I will do that? He told me that you can use powers of 10 to write the answer without write the whole number. How I will do that? First, you will take the number that is repeat here, which is the base. So this number 10, look, I repeat it or I multiply it by itself twice, right? So this 10, I will name it the base, okay? So I will take this base and put it here in the answer, okay? And now let's count the number of 10. The number of 10 here, 1 and 2. So how many 10 I have here? 2, right? So I will put this 2 like this, okay? Above the 10. And I will name this 2 exponent, okay? So this is the base and this is exponent. So, and how I will write or read this number? To read this number, you will read it as the third or the second power of 10. The second power of 10. So if you want to write the number in word form, it will be the second power of 10. And you have here another form, a new form to learn. We name it exponent form, which is 10 power 2, okay? So this is how you will use the powers to find the answer without multiply the number, okay? So you will write the base and you will put the number of repetition here, and put it above the number, and we name this repetition exponent, okay? Exponent. And you have to find the word form and exponent form. The word form is 10 or the second power of 10, okay? Now let's see on page 23 here. Look, in this page he told me that if you multiply 10 here 3 times by each other, so no need to find the full answer here, which is 1000. You can write it in exponent form as writing the base 10 then you will write the repeated factor here, which is the number of tens, 1 2 3. So I will put the exponent 3 above the 10, right? And the word form for this number will be the third power of 10, and the exponent form is 10 power 3, okay? Now let's take a look about the base 10 blocks and make a relation between base 10 blocks and exponent form or powers of 10. So you remember that the number here, ones digit, right? We describe the ones digit by using this cube. So if you want to write this 1 by using the powers of 10 or as an exponent form, so look, you have to use the base 10, of course, and to use the base 10 you have to put the number of repeated factor. So there is no 10 here, so the number of repeated factor here is 0. So the 10 here will be power 0 because there is no repeated factor. So when 10 will be with power 0, the answer will be 1. So the first question, how many ones are in 1? How many ones? I have only one ones, right? Now let's move to the tens digit. The tens digit is described by long. So the tens digit, when you want to find the value of the tens digit, you have to multiply the number by 10. So if you want to write it in the exponent form, you have to put the base and the number of repetition here. So you have to put the base 10 and the number of repeated factor here is 110 only, so it will be 10 power 1. So if you want to read or write this number in powers of 10, you have to write it 10 power 1. So how many, in second question, how many ones are in 10? How many ones? How many ones? You remember there is 10 ones, right? Now let's move to the flat, which is the description for hundredths digit. You remember, to find the flat I have to multiply the number by 100, and 100, if you want to break down this number, it will be 10 multiplied 10. That's mean I repeated that 10 twice. So the base will be 10 and the exponent will be the repeated factor, which is the number of 10, 1, 2. So it will be 10 power 2. Now to find the answer for the third question, how many tens are in 100? How many tens? Remember, the relationship between 100 and the tens is 10. So in 100 I have 10 tens. Okay, now let's see the large cube, which is the description for 1000th digit. You remember the value of this large cube is 1000th, and if you break down this 1000th, it will be, each 0 will be a 10. Each 0 will be a 10. So look, if you want to write it in powers of 10, you will write the base 10 and the number of repeated factor, which is the exponent. So 1, 2, 3, I have three tens. This means the exponent will be 3. So the exponent form here is 10 power 3. So how many hundreds are in 1000? The relationship between 1000 and hundreds, remember, that is 10. So there is 10 hundred in 1000. Okay, now how many thousands are in 10,000s? If you want to draw a 10,000s, you remember 10,000s like this. The relationship between 10,000s and 1,000s also 10. So this will be 10. So if you have this 10,000s, look, as an example, 10,000s, and I want to write it in exponent form. Look, if I want to break this one into 4 tens, why? Because I have here 4 zeros. Each 0 means 10. So if I want to write it in exponent form, I have to write the base first, and the number of repeated factor 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeated factor will be 4, so the answer will be 10 power 4. Now let's move to page number 24. So let's see example. Let's see the example, and let's see here in the example, if you want to find the answer for the multiplied number by powers of 10, take a look for a pattern here. There's a pattern. So you remember I told you that 10 powers 0 equals 1, right? 10 powers 0 equals 1. You have to save this, okay? You have to save this. So 3 multiplied 10 power 0 equals 3 multiplied 1, which is equals 3, right? Now what about 10 powers 2? 10 powers 2 means that this 10 multiply 1. So there is no repeated factor here. So that means will be 3 multiplied 10 equals 30. What about this? You know that this number 2 is the number of repeated factor. That means this 2 is repeated twice. So if you want to break down this, you have to break down this like this, to 2 tens, okay? So if you want to find the answer here, you have to multiply this 3 with 10 twice. So 3 multiplied 10 equals 30, and 30 multiplied 10 equals 300, okay? Now let's see the answer for this. Here, 3 multiplied 10 power 3. Now if you want to break this down, you have to look at the number above the 10, the power or the exponent. The exponent is 3, so that means we have to multiply 10 by itself 3 times, okay? So you have to break down into 3 tens. Then you will find the answer. 3 multiplied 10 equals 30. 30 multiplied 10 equals 300. 300 multiplied 10 equals 3000. Okay? Or you can put 3 and put the number of zeros right here. 3 zeros. Okay? Now, let's see these exercises, and we exercise number 1, write in exponent form and word form. So I want you to write the exponent form, then you will have to write the word form. Look at this number, 10 multiply 10. First you have to write the base. The base is 10, okay? The base is 10. Always the base will be 10. Now, the exponent will be the number of repeated factor. So we repeat the 10 here 2 times, or 2. We have 2 tens here, so the power will be 2. So it will be 10 power 2. Now the word form, you have to mention the exponent first, then you will mention the base after it. So you have to say the second power of 10. So the word form will be the second power of 10. Okay? Now let's move to exercise number 2. The exponent form. First I have to write the base, which is 10. Then I will find the exponent, the number of repeated factor, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be 4. Now, if I want to find the word form, first I have to mention the power or exponent, then I have to mention the base. So it will be the 4th power of 10. The 4th power of 10. Okay? Now, let's see exercise number 3. Find the value. Here I want the whole number or the full number for this. 10 power 2, the second power of 10. 10 power 2. So how I will find the answer? I have to break down this power, okay? So 10 power 2 means I have to multiply 10 by itself. So I have to have here two tens multiplied to each other. 10 multiplied 10 equals 100, okay? What about number 4? 4 multiply 10 power 2. So I have to break down the power here. 10 power 2, that's mean I have to repeat the 10 twice, 2 times. That's mean 10 and 10. Okay? Now let's see the answer. 4 multiply 10 equals 40. This is 40, and 40 multiply 10 equals 400. Okay? Let's see exercise number 5. Now I will break down the power. It will be 7 multiply, this is 10 power 3, so I have here 3 tens. I have to repeat it 3 times. That's means 7 multiply 10, 10, 10. 7 multiply 10 equals 70. 70 multiply 10 equals 700, and 700 multiply 10 will give me the final answer, 7,000. Okay? So this is how you will write the power of 10 number. I hope that you understand it very well. Thank you.